Do you still remember Crocodile Dundee, the iconic 1986 film that brought the rugged charm of the Australian outback to the streets of New York and into the hearts of audiences around the world? It's been nearly 40 years since Paul Hogan first brought Mick Dundee to life, rugged, hilarious, and full of heart. And Sue Charlton, the sharp-spirited reporter who couldn't resist his wild charm. Together, they gave us laughs, wonder, and unforgettable moments. From Wally's dry wit to Donk's barroom brawls, this cast carved out a place in movie legend. But where are they now? Some stayed in the spotlight, others stepped away, and a few faced heartbreaking ends. Today, we look back at the stars of Crocodile Dundee to see how time has shaped their journeys and what became of the faces behind the magic. Subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite moment from Crocodile Dundee? Let's get started. Neville Bell, the calm and deeply intuitive Aboriginal tracker in Crocodile Dundee, was portrayed by David Gulpilil. Born on July 1, 1953 in Arnhem Land, Northern Territory, Australia, Gulpilil was 33 years old when he first took on the role of Neville Bell in 1986. In the film, Neville is known for his deep spiritual bond with the land, quiet confidence, and a playful sense of humor that surfaces at just the right moments. He serves as a cultural guide between the outback and the modern world, offering insight and authenticity that enrich the film's portrayal of Australia.
Sneaking up on a man when he's rendering first aid to a lady.
Is that what you were doing?
Gulpilil's presence helped elevate Indigenous representation on the global stage, bringing dignity and humanity to a character that might have otherwise been overlooked. David Gulpilil's journey to international recognition began in his youth when his skill in traditional dance and storytelling caught the attention of filmmakers. His debut in Walkabout, 1971, introduced a unique screen presence that would define his career. Over the years, he appeared in critically acclaimed films like Storm Boy, The Last Wave, and Rabbit Proof Fence, always bringing a raw, poetic energy to his roles. But Gulpilil's life was marked by deep challenges, struggling to navigate the divide between his traditional Yolngu heritage and the pressures of the Western film industry. He faced ongoing battles with alcoholism and legal troubles. Despite these hardships, he remained a proud advocate for Indigenous culture, using his platform to shed light on the complexities of Aboriginal identity. In 2017, he was diagnosed with lung cancer. Though he fought bravely, the illness gradually took its toll, and sadly, on November 29, 2021, David Gulpilil passed away from the disease in Murray Bridge, South Australia, at the age of 68. His groundbreaking career left a lasting impact on Australian cinema and culture. Paul Hogan, born on October 8, 1939, in Sydney, Australia, portrayed Mick Crocodile Dundee in Crocodile Dundee in 1986, when he was 47 years old. With his rugged charm, sharp survival instincts, and hilarious culture shock moments in New York City, Mick became an unforgettable character. His famous line, "That's not a knife," became one of the most quoted in film history. Hogan's performance earned him international stardom and a Golden Globe Award.
Safe somewhere. Rock ledge, log, down under the water, jam you under it. Tenderise you a bit. Good eating.
But off-screen, Paul's personal life faced its own twists. After his first marriage ended, he later wed his on-screen co-star, Linda Kozlowski. But that relationship, too, eventually fell apart. In the years that followed, he also dealt with financial troubles, including a prolonged tax dispute with the Australian government that loomed over much of his later career. As of 2025, Paul Hogan is 85 and living quietly in Los Angeles, California, with his son, Chance. Though mostly retired from acting, he remains a beloved figure in both Australian and global cinema, forever remembered as the man who gave the world a true Aussie legend. Ida, the spirited and sharp-tongued pub owner in Crocodile Dundee, was played by Maggie Blincoe. Born in 1934 in Australia, Blincoe was 52 years old when she stepped into the role in the 1986 film. Ida runs the Walkabout Creek Bar with a no-nonsense attitude, quick wit, and genuine warmth, serving as a comforting figure in Mick Dundee's rugged outback world. Though her screen time was brief, she grounds the film's early moments with authenticity and humor.
And I'm playing Grace in The Greening of Grace. So hello to my potential audience out there. This is a...
Outside of Crocodile Dundee, Maggie appeared in films like Flirting, 1991, and television shows such as Mother and Son and All Saints. She was celebrated for her ability to bring heart and grit to supporting roles that always felt real. Now 91 years old, Maggie Blincoe lives a quiet life away from the spotlight. Though mostly retired, she remains a beloved figure in the Australian arts community. Walter Riley. Walter Riley, the rugged and good-humored outback publican in Crocodile Dundee, was portrayed by John Millen. Born on May 1, 1934, in Mosman, New South Wales, Millen was 52 when he brought Walter to life in 1986. As Mick Dundee's loyal friend and bush companion, Walter added warmth, dry wit, and a true Aussie spirit to the film. His steady presence grounded the chaos, making him a fan favorite.
You're Mr. Dundee, does he?
No. He's very reserved. He's a legend up here. I mean, there he was, out there doing a quiet spot of fishing when all...
John Millen was already a familiar face in Australia, long before Crocodile Dundee, with a respected career in radio, film, and television. He was known for his distinctive voice, so much so that he became the voice behind countless iconic beer commercials. Off-screen, Millen was a private man who preferred the quiet of family life and the craft of acting over fame. But behind the scenes, Millen battled alcohol dependency for many years, which took a toll on both his health and personal life. Sadly, John Millen passed away on August 11, 1989, from cirrhosis of the liver at 55 years old. Gus, the friendly and quick-witted limo driver in Crocodile Dundee, was portrayed by American actor Reginald VelJohnson. Born on August 16, 1952, in Queens, New York City, VelJohnson was 34 years old when he appeared in the film. Though his role was brief, Gus brought humor and warmth to one of the movie's classic urban scenes, offering a lighthearted counterbalance to Mick Dundee's culture shock in New York.
Tell Mick? Yeah, Gus. Oh, I have a liquor store.
Oh, man, Harlem Warlords.
You were tribal.
While Crocodile Dundee offered just a glimpse of his talent, Reginald's breakout came soon after as Sergeant. Al Powell in Die Hard, and then as Carl Winslow in the beloved TV sitcom Family Matters. His comforting, down-to-earth presence made him one of the most recognizable father figures on American television during the 1990s. As of 2025, Reginald VelJohnson is 72 years old and still active in the entertainment world. In 2024, he appeared on Dancing with the Stars, charming fans once again with his humor and warmth. Linda Kozlowski. Linda Kozlowski, born on January 7, 1958, in Fairfield, Connecticut, stepped into the role of Sue Charlton, the sharp and determined reporter in Crocodile Dundee in 1986 when she was 28 years old. As Sue, she brought heart and intelligence to the story, creating a memorable contrast to Mick Dundee's rugged world and helping drive the emotional core of the film.
Well, I hope you're not going to be the strong, silent type.
Me?
Reluctant to talk about yourself?
Nah. Favorite subject.
Great. Why?
After the film's success, Kozlowski received a Golden Globe nomination and reprised her role in both sequels. But frustrated by lackluster roles and typecasting, she quietly stepped away from Hollywood in the early 2000s. Her personal life took a public turn when she married Paul Hogan in 1990. They had one son, Chance, before divorcing in 2014. After that, Kozlowski left acting behind entirely and started a travel business in Morocco with her partner, Moulay Hafid Baba. As of now, Linda Kozlowski is 67 years old and living a private, peaceful life. Though her time on screen was brief, her performance as Sue Charlton remains one of the film's most beloved legacies. Mark Bloom. Mark Bloom, born on May 14, 1950, in Newark, New Jersey, portrayed Richard Mason, the smug and image-conscious fiancé in Crocodile Dundee, 1986, when he was 36 years old. In the film, Richard is a slick New York executive whose arrogance and uptight demeanor sharply contrast with Mick Dundee's rugged charm, making for some unforgettable moments of tension and comedy.
So even if this thing is for real, it could take you weeks to nail him down.
Will you trust me? I already made arrangements to meet him. I got a chopper meeting the plane at Darwin. I'll be there
Though
tonight.
not a household name, Mark Bloom built a steady and respected career on stage and screen. He appeared in films like Desperately Seeking Susan, and later earned praise for his television work in shows like Mozart and The Jungle and You. He was also a beloved figure in New York's theater world, known for his talent, professionalism, and generosity. Tragically, on March 25, 2020, Mark Bloom passed away due to complications from COVID-19. He was 69 years old. His death was a painful blow to the acting community, especially in New York, where he had mentored countless younger performers. Donk, the tough, beer-loving brawler in Crocodile Dundee, was portrayed by Australian actor and former wrestler Steve Rackman. Born in the United Kingdom in 1953 and later raised in Australia, Rackman was 33 years old when he stepped into the role in 1986. As one of the unforgettable locals at the Walkabout Creek Hotel, Donk's brute strength and deadpan delivery added raw humor and classic Aussie energy to the film. His memorable bar fight scenes became fan favorites, and his simple line, "Donk," became iconic in its own right. Before acting, Rackman built a career in professional wrestling under the name Steve "Crusher" Rackman. Known for his power and larger-than-life persona, he transitioned into film with roles in action and comedy, eventually reprising Donk in both sequels to Crocodile Dundee. Outside the spotlight, Steve Rackman lived a more private life, stepping away from the film industry in the early 2000s. As of 2025, he is 72 years old and lives quietly in Australia. Though he said little on screen, Donk became one of the film's most beloved characters. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, the flamboyant and eccentric socialite in Crocodile Dundee, was portrayed by American actress Anne Carlisle. Born on July 1, 1956 in New York City, Carlisle was 30 years old when she brought the character to life in 1986. With dramatic flair, bold style, and an exaggerated sense of sophistication, Gwendolyn offered a humorous glimpse into New York's upper-class party scene, serving as a sharp contrast to Mick Dundee's grounded and unpolished charm. Though her role was small, Gwendolyn became one of the film's most visually memorable characters, highlighting the cultural absurdities Mick encountered in the city. Anne Carlisle had already gained attention for her daring work in the cult classic Liquid Sky and continued working in independent films, visual arts, and teaching. She maintained a strong presence in New York's underground art scene and often defied traditional Hollywood paths. As of 2025, Anne Carlisle is 69 years old and still active in the acting world. She has been involved in discussions and writing for a Liquid Sky sequel. Her performance as Gwendolyn may have been brief, but her character left a colorful stamp on the film's exploration of two very different worlds. Michael Lombard. Michael Lombard, born on August 8, 1934, in Brooklyn, New York, stepped into Crocodile Dundee as Sam Charlton when he was 52 years old. Sam Charlton is the calm and business-minded newspaper editor and Sue's father's colleague who serves as a professional anchor in the fast-paced world of New York journalism. While not heavily featured, his composed demeanor and authoritative presence added a grounding force to the film's urban scenes. His character reflected the structured, pragmatic side of city life, standing in stark contrast to the wild unpredictability of Mick's outback world. Outside of Crocodile Dundee, Michael Lombard is known for his thoughtful performances in projects like Pet Sematary, Network, and shows such as Law & Order and The Sopranos. He was also a seasoned stage actor, earning a Drama Desk Award nomination for his work on Broadway. Michael Lombard passed away on August 13, 2020, at the age of 86. The cause of death was not disclosed. Though his role in Crocodile Dundee was small, Michael Lombard's calm strength left a subtle yet lasting mark, a reminder of the quiet figures who keep the story balanced. Duffy, the loyal and easygoing mate of Mick Dundee in Crocodile Dundee, was played by Australian actor Terry Gill. Born on October 25, 1939 in England, Gill was 47 when he took on the role in 1986. As one of the laid-back regulars at the Walkabout Creek Hotel, Duffy added a sense of local color and warmth to the outback scenes. His friendly, good-natured presence made him a natural fit alongside Mick and Walter, and while his screen time was modest, his role helped shape the film's authentic outback atmosphere. Terry Gill was a familiar face to Australian audiences, having appeared in numerous television series such as Neighbours, Prisoner, and Blue Heelers. He was also known for playing Santa Claus in Melbourne's Myer Christmas windows for many years, becoming a beloved local figure during the holidays. Off-screen, he and his wife, Carol Ann, ran the Tivoli, a popular theater restaurant in Melbourne, where he supported live performance and comedy. Later in life, Gill faced health struggles, including a battle with lung cancer. Sadly, on February 25, 2015, Terry Gill passed away at the age of 75 after battling a long illness, and he remains a fondly remembered figure in Australian entertainment. The Pimp. The Pimp, a small but memorable character in Crocodile Dundee, was portrayed by American actor John Snyder. Born on September 21, 1952, in Boston, Massachusetts, Snyder was 36 years old when he took on the role in 1986. Though his time on screen was brief, his flashy and overconfident performance set up one of the most iconic scenes in film history, when Mick Dundee calmly disarms him with the unforgettable line, "That's not a knife." Outside of Crocodile Dundee, Snyder built a steady career as a character actor. He appeared in cult films like The Warriors and found a niche in science fiction television with appearances in Babylon 5, Alien Nation, and Star Trek: Deep Space Nine. He later transitioned into voice acting, contributing to animated series and video games. As of 2025, John Snyder is 75 years old, lives privately in the United States, and continues to be recognized for his versatile work in film and television. And that wraps up our look at the transformations of the Crocodile Dundee cast. Which actor's journey caught you off guard? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Nostalgia Screen for more nostalgic throwbacks. Thanks for watching up to the end. Catch you in the next video.